calling it a love song.
What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what makes you attractive. Okay, so we have 3 piles here today. Pile 1 says earth sign in Venus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I did what you like, so trust me. Okay. Pile 2 says fire sign in Venus, Aries, Leo, Sag. It took a while and went by so quick. And pile 3 says fire sign Leo. I brought you in, anything else. I feel like I sounded like a TV presenter. Honestly, it's the Leo energy. So yeah, these are the 3 piles. Please pick whichever one you would like to. Watch the entire video if you can as well. I love you loads, and let's get into it. Okay, sorry. What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on what makes you attractive. Please excuse the makeup. Like I said, I'm busy experimenting. I call this the cactus. I don't know why, I just feel like that's what I want to call this look. So yeah, anyways, today's video is going to be on what makes you attractive, you know, all those good vibes. I feel like you guys love these videos, so I'm gonna try and make as many of them as possible. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna batch record a bunch of what makes you attractive, and then I'll just like upload them in between like other videos. So anyways, so let's get straight into it. Okay, what makes you attractive? So pile number 1, you guys chose Venus in earth sign. So it says Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I did what you like, so trust me. Okay, so you know, the song that I'm busy getting for you guys is definitely Please Me by Bruno Mars, where it's like, please me baby, won't you come around, please me, baby. I feel like, you know, what makes you very attractive is that people get this energy where it's like you want to please them. Like, I don't want to say something that's like, you know, a toxic trait to have, but it's kind of like, you know, when you become obsessed with someone and like you basically just like, yeah, I feel like you're someone that gets obsessed with people and people find that so freaking attractive, you know. Like, I remember when I was in grade 2, stick with me, yeah. I remember like I was dating this boy, okay, don't ask me why, anyways. And I remember like he was like a Leo, so I knew that he liked attention. So every time he would like touch my arm, I'd be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, and like I would just make a big deal, and I'd do it on purpose because I knew that it made him feel good. I was hustling from when I was 8 years old, okay? And I feel like you could be the same, you know, where it's like you could know what turns your partner on. You know what, you know, looks good, what sounds good, you know what feels good. And I feel like people find that so attractive because it's like you know how to get people to like you in the way of like psychology and just like, yeah, what feels good. I feel like whenever you're getting intimate with someone, you will like make yourself, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but like you'll put yourself in the position that like makes your partner feel more comfortable and makes them feel pleasured, you know. And I feel like even when it comes to friendships, it's like you know what a person expects of you, and when you can, you always try to like, you know, bring that to them. So if you know that your friend loves Harry Potter, you're gonna be going out and buying them Harry Potter merch. Or if you know that someone likes this and this and this, you're gonna try your best to get this and this and this. And I just feel like people find that really considerate and really sweet, where like you put their needs, like you consider their needs, you know, you think about what would they want, what would they appreciate. I feel like I talk about Mr. Peanut Butter way too much. I don't even like his character that much, but anyways, basically when he was dating this person, he never would listen to his partner, and like he would always do what he feels would be amazing for his partner, but his partner never liked it. And I feel like you don't have that, you know, struggle where it's like, even if you want something, like let's say you're like a very extroverted person but your partner isn't, you wouldn't force your partner to go on dates, like not dates, to go to parties with you, to go to large gatherings. You'd never do that. And I feel like people just appreciate that you don't force them to do things that they don't want to do, and you don't make someone feel like they have to get out of their comfort zone for you. I feel like you'd rather you know, get out of your comfort zone for your partner instead of forcing them to do that for you, because you feel comfortable being uncomfortable. I feel like you've got to a point where like you're comfortable even when you're uncomfortable, where it's like I feel like you're just very zen with everything. You're very in tune with yourself and with other people. So you don't really get embarrassed easily. And that's also really attractive. I feel like you're able to, like, you know, approach people, talk to people, say what you want. And it's like, it's not that big of a deal. You know, like if you have introverted friends, like you'll be like, oh, don't worry, babe. She's like, I got you. Like, I'll order for you, or like I'll answer the phone call. Like, you don't have to do it. Don't worry about it. Like you got this, like, you know, sugar daddy type vibe where you're like, it's okay honey, I got you boo, like I got this for you. And I feel like people just appreciate that about you so much. So yeah, anyways, let's pull out some cards. And literally it's so hot today, like oh my god. Okay, Spirit, what makes pile 1 attractive? Spirit, what makes pile 1 attractive? Please me, baby. So we have the 3 of Blades that came upright. Okay, so 3 of Swords does talk about heartbreak, okay? And I feel like what makes you very attractive is that I feel like you've learned from your heartbreak, and I feel like you were able to kind of like, yeah, you've been able to experience a lot of pain in your life. And I feel like I'm a strong advocate for someone that says, like, you know, sometimes pain is just pain. And like, you know, the whole thing, the analogy where it's like if you break your arm, as much as like it heals, it's still sensitive and stuff like that, you know. And I do feel like sometimes people try to glorify their pain and they try to find like this deeper meaning when it's like, no, you were just like, you know, fucked over, and like fuck them. Like that's how I am, but you know, to each their own. But I feel like what makes you very attractive is that shit where it's like if you've been through pain and if you've been through heartache, it's kind of like you are able to see it as it is. And I feel like you're able to also point it out in yourself. And I feel like people find that so attractive. You know, you're able to point out your own trauma. You're able to point out your own flaws, your own everything, you know, your own shortcomings. And I feel like, you know, sometimes people try to put this image of them as like, oh no, I'm perfect, I don't have any flaws, blah blah blah. And it's like, you know, do you, but if you want to do that. But I feel like people find you attractive because if you worked really hard and then you didn't get what you wanted, you'll say, yeah, you know, it sucks, but I spend most of my time going to parties and doing this and this and this, so I kind of expected it. Where someone else would be too proud to say that, you know. Or you'd say, yeah, you know, I'm busy struggling with my self-worth right now. I don't really see myself as being attractive right now. And like you'll say it, you know, dead ass, without like any like, you know, front. And like you'll say it seriously, like, yeah, you know, I'm struggling with this right now. Or like, yeah, I'm busy doing some shadow work and it's really challenging right now, so if my energy's off, that's why. And I feel like people appreciate that like straight up vibe where you'll tell them, oh, I'm in pain right now, I haven't gotten over my ex, I haven't done this. And people just appreciate that like you don't try and like cover up any of the pain that you're going through, and instead you let people in. Basically it's like you let them know that you aren't okay, and it's like you got this, like you're going to be okay, but right now you aren't, and you let them know. So I feel like your communication skills are really amazing. Like, wow, who knew that the 3 of Swords could have like a positive spin to it? Okay, I did not know that was possible, but my spirit guides are just helping me with that. So yeah, Spirit, what makes pile 1 so attractive? Oof. Okay, we got the 10 of Pentacles that came upright. So again, I was talking about you having this sugar daddy type vibe. I feel like people find you attractive because you just exude a lot of like royalty energy, where it's like, you know, in the olden times with like, you know, okay, not the olden times, but you know, kings and queens, like Shakespeare vibes, where it's like, they just have this grace about them. I feel like people see you as a very graceful person, and there's just this like blunt straight upness where it's like you won't BS anyone. I feel like when it comes to giving advice about, you know, being successful and like, you know, helping people, if you've ever been a mentor, which I feel like you have been, or people feel like you should become a mentor, like you're not going to give them advice that you wouldn't follow yourself. And also you're not going to bullshit them and tell them that it's easy. You're going to say, no, you know, it's tough to get to where I've been, and if you want me to be your mentor, like this is what you're going to have to go through. Like, you know, the Karate Kid, and the mentor, and then obviously the kid, I feel like you'd be similar to like the old guy that was busy teaching him. Like you'd be like, okay, wax on, wax off. You'd be teaching him all this stuff, and like maybe in the moment it seems like very tedious, but I feel like it helps people in the long run, and people are able to appreciate your advice and your approach to things, you know, later in life. It's similar to teachers and parents. Like, you know, when you're younger, some teachers will say things and you're like, whatever, or people will tell you advice and like you don't take it in, but then you can look back and be like, oh shit, you know, like they knew what they were talking about and you knew what you were talking about when you were giving that advice. So people find that really attractive. I feel like I'm getting so much and I didn't even have to pull that many cards out. Like, okay. But yeah, let's see. Spirit, what makes pile 1 so attractive? Thank you, Spirit. What makes pile 1 so attractive? Oh, I love this. It says expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Oh, I love this. So people find you attractive because you don't seek anyone else's approval. I feel like you live life to what you feel like is fit for you, and you know that you can't walk, I mean, like, you know the saying walking a mile in someone else's shoes, but I feel like it's like, you know that one size doesn't fit all. You know that what works for you won't work for everybody else, and I feel like it's a great thing to know that. And yeah, like I just feel like you know that some people deal with things in their own way and you deal with things in your own way, and people appreciate that. Like I said, you don't force them to, like, you know, do what you had to do, or you don't force them, that you'll let them experience how you healed and how you went through a certain thing. But if it doesn't work for them, you're not going to force them, you know. Like if you tell your partner, oh, try this food, like it's going to taste amazing. If they try and they're like, oh, I hate it, you're not going to be like, oh no, you're wrong, you should have, you're supposed to love it. You're going to say, okay, that's cool, more for me. And yeah, like pile 1, that was very interesting, what makes you attractive. So if you pick pile 1, definitely let me know, because yeah, that was a very interesting pile. But okay, let's get into it. So yeah, that's what I got for pile 1. If it resonated, let me know. If it didn't, also let me know. And yeah, let's get into the next one. So pile number 2, you guys chose Venus in fire sign. It says Aries, Leo, Sag. It took a while and went by so quick. So pile number 2, I feel like what people find so attractive about you definitely has to be your emotions. I feel like you're someone that definitely is really hard on the outside, or like you're very intimidating, and it's hard to get to know you in the beginning. But I feel like once you do let people in, you're kind of like this very soft teddy bear, and people really appreciate that about you. You have this vibe where it's like you hate everyone except this one person, and I feel like people just feel so special when they're that special person. I feel like you have the ability to make people feel wonderful about themselves. You're able to give people like hope and inspiration. Like I'm hearing that you inspire your friends to, like, you know, get up in the morning and like work hard, because maybe like you were the first person to get your license in your friend group, and people are kind of like, damn, like shit man, if they can do that, like bitch, I need to get up on that also, like I also need to do that. And I feel like you have this relatability where it's like, yes, you're really successful, and yes, you wake up every day and you try to grind as much as you can, but there's still this relatability where like you're not thinking that you're better than anyone else, and like your ego is in check, and people find it attractive that you have a healthy ego no matter where you are in life. And I feel like people just always appreciate that relatability that you have about yourself, and that your appearance isn't everything. I feel like there are days when you try to look very good, and there are other days where you kind of are just like, you know, I don't feel like putting effort in. And I feel like people find that so attractive, that you're not like caught up in everything. You're not caught up in, you know, looks. You're not caught up in this and that. And if you are caught up in it, that's fine too, okay? That's fine too. But yeah, pile 2 specifically, I just feel like people feel inspired by you. I'm hearing people say that when they heard your story, they felt like they they could go through it as well. Like, when you try to normalize talking about mental health and the stigma that mental health has, and when people do talk about their mental health, which you could definitely be doing, that you could be an advocate for like mental health, it's like your story helped inspire other people. Or you go and you spread information and you try to destigmatize certain things. Like, sorry, on TikTok, like I was seeing people that, have like certain STDs or STIs or whatever. It's like people think all these things about them, but it's like they can still live a healthy life, okay? And obviously do your own research, but I just feel like you're able to talk about things that people might not want to talk about, but it's like, there are people out there that will relate to you. There are people out there that will hear you speak and be like, shit, man, like I'm not as alone as I thought I was. And I just feel like there's this inspiration that people feel when they're with you and when they speak to you. So if you have a story, I'm hearing spirit say, write it down, record it, like let people hear this stuff, because it's gonna help someone, even if it's just one person. Like, you make such a big difference. And whew, that was a lot. I almost got chills, child. Oh, I have chills. So yeah, and I feel like people appreciate that you're someone that is very stable when it comes to relationships. Like, the different attachment styles. So there's anxious, avoidant, and fearful, I'm pretty sure. And there's also secure. I feel like you have like a secure a secure attachment style, where if people leave you, you're gonna be okay afterwards. And I feel like people appreciate that. I feel like there were times when you dated people and then, you guys broke up and you were okay. You didn't break down, you didn't cry and everything. And I feel like at first it hurt, but I feel like after a while people kind of realized that, they were the toxic one. Like, they were the one that was being toxic, not you. Because I think it's important to have a secure attachment style, and it's important to strive towards that, because codependency, as much as it's a lot of fun, I'm a Libra moon, I love being codependent on my friends. It's important to have that individualism, and I feel like you kind of mastered that, and you've mastered attachment as well, which is such a great thing. And Aquarius people are great at attachment, so teach me your ways. I'm a Cancer, my claws are in. Okay, I got pins and needles, and now this thing is so short. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just feel like people really appreciate that. It's like, that quote where people are like, don't make this harder than it needs to be. I feel like you've never made it harder than it needs to be. If someone's like, okay, I'm breaking up with you, like, I don't like you anymore, you're gonna be like, okay, bye. Like, you've never, like, you don't grovel anymore. I feel like you've never begged for someone to stay in your life, and people find that so attractive. It's like you have this I don't want to say sense of dignity, because I feel like, again, controversial, but like, fam, you got this, like, where it's like, if people are gonna do this like shit to you, you're not gonna be like, no, come take me back, I'm sorry. Like, you're not like a sloppy, okay? You're not sloppy at all, okay? You got this shit where it's like, you keep it tight, okay? You keep it tight. So yeah, Spirit, what makes Pile 2 so attractive? I'd love to know. Spirit, what makes Pile 2 attractive? Whoa. So we have the Ace of Elixirs that came up, right? And I literally was talking about your emotions again. I feel like fire signs and water signs are such amazing people to fall in love with, because the passion that you'll feel when you're with them, it's like, it's irreplaceable. Honestly, it is. And I feel like it's easy for people to get addicted to your energy because you're such an amazing lover. Like, I know my one friend, they're a Capricorn, and they're with a Pisces right now, and like, they've been in so many toxic relationships that when they finally were in a healthy relationship with someone that had a secure attachment, with someone that communicates effectively, with someone that just isn't toxic AF, it's like, it feels so amazing. You don't want to let it go. And sometimes it brings out a toxic side in you, in someone else, and I just feel like, because you're such a healthy lover, it's like, that's so attractive, and it gets addictive, because it's like, people are like, damn, like, I've been really accepting the bare minimum from people, and you're like, bro, like, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Okay. So me, LGBTQ, this is me. If you don't know what this means, it means, anyways, basically, I remember when I used to date men, like, bro, the standard was so low. I'm very sorry, but the standard was low, fam. And then as soon as I started dating my partner, I was like, bitch, was I really accepting this bare minimum shit? Like, fam, I just feel like people are so astounded because they're like, this is what this is what I deserve. And I feel like you let people know that this is what they deserve. So even if things don't work out, it's like their standards are always going to be higher after being with you, and they're not going to, like, lower their standards after you. And I think it's a great thing because it's like, even if things don't work out with you, they're like, you know what, you were a great partner, and I've learned some things from you. So yes, okay, yes, queen, okay, royalty, whichever gender. You also could be non-binary, and I feel like that's so fucking attractive. Like, fuck yes, okay, the neo pronouns, I love that shit. But yeah, okay, spirit, what makes pile 2 attractive? Ooh, then we have the Knight of Coins that came up, right? So this talks about slow and steady, okay? Okay, fine, like I said, you're stable. You take things slow. You savor things. You enjoy the moment. I feel like, those people, like, when they drink wine, like, first they stir it a little bit or whatever, and they take little sips. I feel like that's how you are as a person, You revel in moments. You feel moments, and people just love that for you. Like, I'm hearing you say, listen, I'm in my moment right now. Like, you're in your element. I'm trying to think of an example, like a tarot reader going to a store full of crystals and tarot cards. Like, bro, we're in our moment, we're in our prime. Or like a Virgo being surrounded by taxes. I'm sorry, Virgos, I love you, but you know what I mean. I just feel like people view you as someone that's always in your element. You're always in your prime, okay? So yes, let's see. So pile 2, spirit, what makes pile 2 so attractive? Spirit, what makes pile 2 so freaking attractive? I'm thinking about white chicks right now. I don't know why. I'm so freaking pissed. I'm gonna have a BF. Okay, anyway, sorry. Spirit, what makes pile 2 attractive? Oh, it says feather. Think first before you judge. And this is from The Craft. I definitely recommend the movie. It's such a great movie. But yeah, I feel like what makes you attractive is that you don't judge people for being on certain parts of their healing journey. Because again, like I said, your ego is in check. And I think it's so important that, because I know this one person, they're also a Capricorn, and like, they're amazing. I feel like they're such an awesome person, but there are times when, like, they will be healing or they're busy thriving, and then they make other people feel bad about themselves because they're still, like, let's say it's step 1. Like, the different stages of grief, like denial, anger, acceptance, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. That's the 5 stages. And now let's say you're at the last part, you're at acceptance. I'm saying this person would be at acceptance, and then people are still on stage 1 and stage 2, and it's like they make them feel bad for that. And I feel like you're someone that would never do that. And just because you're thriving and just because you're able to have a secure attachment doesn't mean you're going to make people that have another attachment style feel bad about themselves. You let them find themselves, you let them heal on their own terms, okay? And I feel like people just love that about you. They find it so attractive that no matter which stage you're at, you don't ever look at people with envy, okay? And it's fucking beautiful. Pal 2, you guys are the shit. I love you, Pal 2. If you chose this pal, don't tell the other people, but you're my favorite. And if you're a Gemini or an Aries, y'all can slide through, okay? Okay. So yeah, that is what I've got for pal 2. I really hope the video resonated. Love you loads. And let's get into the next one. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So pile number 3, you guys chose the fire sign Leo. It says, I brought you in, anything else? Yes, I love the attitude. I love it. So I feel like, what makes you attractive is that you're that bitch. You're kind of like, listen here, I know I'm this shit. And I feel like people find you attractive because you know your worth. You know that you've done shit for people, and it's like, I feel like you take pride in what you have and what you can bring to people and in your own accomplishments. And I feel like people find that so attractive because I feel like, you know, Leos always get the bad rep for being like self-absorbed and all this other shit. But it's like Leos are freaking kings and queens and royalty in general. You know, they're everything, they're all of it. And the amazing thing about Leos are that they are such hard workers and they work so hard for what they have in their life that, like, bitch, if I was them, I'd be bragging too. I'd be flaunting my shit off too, okay? If I had big boobs, I would be flaunting that stuff. Even if I have small boobs, I will flaunt that shit. And I feel like people find you so attractive because you flaunt it. You know that you look good, so you're gonna take pictures, you're gonna post it. You know that you ate. So the expression you ate is like, you know that you did that, and you're gonna be like, yes. I feel like you're someone that's always a hype person for other people. Like if you have children, you're gonna say, yeah, that's my kid. I taught them that shit. You know, they're awesome. They are their own person, and I feel like people appreciate that about you. And that, yeah, you hype people up. I feel like you could be an amazing photographer. Like I feel like you're probably the friend that takes awesome pictures of everyone, but like when they have to take a picture of you, it's like it's not that. It's not it, okay? It's not giving. It's not giving, okay? But yeah, I feel like people just find you really attractive because you're smart, and you know you're smart, okay? I feel like it's not a bad thing to know that you're the shit. It's actually the best thing to know that you're the shit because period. Like, you know, I feel like if you're single right now, also people find that so attractive that like you're single by choice because people find you so freaking sexually attractive. I feel like you're literally hot as fuck, okay, gorgeous as fuck, just attractive as if, okay, sorry for swearing, but yeah, you're attractive as if. And it's like the only reason that you're single right now is because you don't want a relationship, and people find that so attractive because it's like, how do you make being single look so good? You know, you could definitely be like a law student or you're studying medicine or something, and they're like, bro, how are you coping? Like, how are you still like breathing and stuff, you know? Like I remember when I was in matric, it's like people would be like, oh my gosh, you're in matric, like how, are you okay? Like it's trauma, you know? And I'm like, it's fine, you know, you gotta, it's like, I feel like people find you attractive because even when you're struggling, it's like you make it an aesthetic, you make it cute though, like, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But yeah, pile 3, I like you. I want to be your best friend, okay? If you chose pile 3, like, let's be friends. Let's be mutuals on Instagram, okay? Okay. Yeah, let's be mutuals, honestly. But yeah, it's like I brought you in. Anything else? I feel like what makes you attractive is that you push people. I feel like you push them to be their best self, and people want to be their best self when they're with you. People want to be in your life, and they make sure that they don't lose you. It's like you're a busy person, and people know that you could be with anyone and you could spend time with anyone, so they try to make themselves stand out so that, like, not so that you don't leave them or so that you pick them, but it's more like they know that you put in the effort no matter what you're doing, no matter who you're with. And they find that so attractive where it's like, because you always give 110%, this person wants to give 110%. Not because of any vain reason, but because they can feel your energy is so pure, it's so genuine. They're saying, I also want to do that for you. Like, I'm hearing people say, like, no, it's fine, like, I want to take care of you, like, you've done so much for me, like, let me do this for you. I'm hearing people offering to do things for you because you just give so much, you love so much. I'm hearing people, like, sympathizing for you even, and, like, empathizing with you. I feel like you could definitely be someone that is telepathic, or like you're an empath or something. You can feel other people's emotions, or you can, yeah, I feel like you can feel other people's emotions. And people can tell. Like, people can't lie or keep secrets around you, basically. Okay, Spirit, what makes pile 3 so attractive? My angels. So, we have the Ace of Rods that came upright. So Ace of Rods is the Ace of Wands. It talks about taking action. It talks about, you know, going after what you want. So people just find you attractive because you make them step up. You make them want to take action. You make them, you know, just want to get their ish together. I feel like people can just watch you and they're like, damn, like, I want what you have. I feel like I don't even know how to say it. Like maybe you start fashion trends and like you'll start doing something and then like it catches on and people start copying you, and people like that about you as well. People find that attractive that you start things, and you aren't afraid to take risks, you know. Spirit, what makes pile 3 so attractive? Okay, we got the 4 of coins that came upright. I'm hearing that if you have braces or anything, people find that really attractive. Or like, if you have acne, even people find that super attractive. I feel like you're super attractive, like even if you... Okay, sorry, my camera stopped recording. But yeah, I feel like even if you have acne, you're super gorgeous. And not even if. You have acne and you are gorgeous, and acne does not make you not gorgeous, okay? Yeah, like I'm hearing like you have braces, or like you struggle with acne or something, or like you have eczema, or like you have a certain skin condition, but like people find that so attractive. They're like, damn, like let me see that ointment cream again, like like let me watch you put the ointment on, like I want to see. I'm sorry, but nah, for real, I feel like people find the things that you're insecure about really, really, really attractive. And yeah, like I remember when, how can I say this? Oh yeah, like, so you could definitely be like, you know, you could definitely like, you know, be a person of color, POC. And like I remember for me personally, like before I went natural and like I cut my hair and everything, like I used to relax it all the time, and like I used to be too scared to swim because like my hair would mince. I don't know what the American term for that is, but like my hair would get frizzy, like it would curl up and everything, so I wouldn't swim. And like looking back, it's kind of like nobody really cared if my hair was like mincing or not, like no one would care. And I just feel like if you ever, like right now, you could be feeling insecure about something, I'm hearing that people really don't care. They really don't care. Like people are way too, like, you know, observant, or like thinking about themselves to like worry about a pimple, about, you know, having like you having eczema or something. Like they aren't worried about that. They don't think that that makes you less attractive. So yeah, don't mean to be insecure about that. You're amazing, baby girl, baby person, whichever gender you are. Anyways, Spirit, what makes pile 3 so attractive? Spirit, what makes pile 3 so freaking gorgeous? So we have the protest, start a revolution, period. I feel like you're someone that advocates for like different types of beauty, and beauty comes in all different shades, sizes, just everything. And people find you attractive because you're trying to start a revolution, and you're kind of rebranding what it means to be you. I feel like what it means to have all these qualities about, you know, owning your shit, because I think it's such a bad thing that people think that if you know that you're attractive, it's a bad thing. They're saying, oh, you're being conceited, oh, you're modest. Or like I said, what people say about Leos, it's like, no, if that, if you worked hard for this and this and this, go show it off. Do what you want to do, okay? And I just feel like, you know, it's like this Hunger Games, like, you know, we're starting a revolution, and I feel like you're part of the revolution, and yeah, people find that really attractive, okay? And that's all I gotta say about you, pile 3. You're amazing. Keep doing you. You're doing amazing. And yeah, I love you loads, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.